Hey guys, Joe here, and in today's video I want to talk about something that I do naturally that I did a little bit of more research on, and I wanted to talk to you guys and get your opinion, or you tell me how you do this, and that is, how do you hold your semi-automatic box-fed rifle? Specifically, in my case, we're going to be talking about an AR-15. This is my semi-automatic Puimatron, or AR-15, or if you are a senator from California, the most dangerous thing ever made ever. But this is not that. This is just a AR-15 where my bolt won't hold back for some reason. But anyways, it's empty. And today I want to talk about the different ways, the three most common ways of holding your AR-15, and what do you do. Now, since the last time I showed this rifle, I did add a light that Daniel hooked me up with to the top of the rifle because it sits below the level of my optic, and it sits canted to my 45-degree sights. So yeah, it's kind of cool, and it's up there instead of underneath. I don't know, I was bored. But today we're going to talk about the three most common holds, and which way I do it, and what my personal opinion is, and which one you should use for which individual situation. So you may not like what I say, you may agree with what I say, but either way, hey, here we go. First one is just your traditional underbarrel hold. If you have an angled foregrip, which I intend to add to this gun, an angled foregrip, you may actually be holding it like that, or if you have a foregrip, that's not what we're talking about today. We're just talking about the underbarrel grip, which is your standard grip for a rifle. I use that when I use my 30-30, obviously, because that is a tube-fed lever action rifle. This is box mag fed. And this is how a lot of people would hold their rifle when they're just doing sport shooting, things like that. I don't hold like that. I hold like this. This is the mag hold. As you can see, I'm holding it by the magazine well. This is the way that I started doing it from the minute I started doing it. And it's an older style. It's actually one of the earlier styles that was taught, mainly because, as you can see, it's very easy for me to hold the rifle with my arm folded, which puts it almost vertical. So all the weight's going down my arm instead of holding my arm out. And a rifle hold, just do that. Take your rifle and hold it out. Now, this is not a light rifle. This is a parts bin special that weighs about 9 pounds. A little bit more than a gallon of milk. But hold a gallon of milk out like that and see how long it takes you to tremble. So this allows for longer holding, especially if you're bracing it up against your shoulder, than this, because your arm will get tired a lot sooner. I prefer this way. It's the way I always learned, and when I was shooting from a rest, I don't actually rest a firearm on bags because of my nerve damage, which, again, if you're new to the channel, I have significant nerve damage. So yeah, I sway and I move a lot, so making this stationary when this is doing this doesn't really work out. So this has always been the way I hold a gun that has a magwell, and this is the way I hold a gun that is of a long rifle variety. That didn't make any sense, but it's what I meant to say. Third hold is the more recent adoption for accuracy and speed, and that is the C-clamp. Well, there's two versions of the C-clamp. There's a C-clamp, which is like this, which does get your arm out there, but it's not 100% straight. And then there's the modified or the overhand C-clamp, which is like this. You need a higher optic for that. I can tell you, for one, this ACSS does not work for that. But I can definitely tell, short bursts, it definitely allows you more control of your firearm than, say, this does. You can see when I transition, there's more wave in the gun than if I'm doing this. So I do acknowledge 100% that the C-clamp, or the over wrist C-clamp, is the fastest way to acquire a target and keep on target for short periods of time. This is the more traditional way. This is still probably more accurate than a mag hold, but this is the second most accurate and fast, and this is probably the least quick way. The reason I say that is I don't go competition shooting. I'd like to, but in my area here in Winchester, there really is no steel matches or anything like that. so there's no reason to practice with that. And also, I prefer to shoot long guns for distance more than speed. So when we go back out this spring, probably because of the price of ammo, I will be shooting probably 200 yards, 300 yards, just as the average for this rifle, which means I will have to add a magnifier to this, move this up or back and add a magnifier. I haven't decided, because of these canted sights, it's a little difficult to add a magnifier back here, but I'll figure it out. Probably a fixed position or something that flips and clears the canted sight. But I would rather be more comfortable for a longer distance this way, because I can hold and acquire my target a lot longer going this way. And the the buttstock is at my position, goes out one more click. This is a mag pull, or you can go all the way in, and from there, yeah, I mean, if you're going to be close quarters, I guess you do that, but I'm usually one click from the back here, and gives me the best eye relief. So anyways, I wanted to make that video for this week and ask you guys, how do you hold your rifles? Do you hold them that way? Do you have a vertical grip, angle grip, mag grip, C grip, over wrist, however you guys do it? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm always wanting to learn new stuff and try new stuff. And that's the other thing. I don't ever preach my way as gospel, because this way works for me. It may not work for you. I'm more accurate offhand, from a seated offhand position, even though the bag is right there. I actually prefer to hold up. I don't like to go down to the reticle, which is typically what happens when you're resting on bags. The gun sits on the bag and you move down to it. I prefer a more natural shooting position, which is leaned a little bit back for me. And again, that's something where you'll have to tell me what you guys do. I do have some video of us taking this thing out and shooting it the first time. So it's had 150 rounds put through it. However, it's not great video. Let me know if you want to see that. We forgot lube, and we had to change the barrel and the bolt carrier group. So the lube was taken out of the gun, and we took it out and shot it dry, and it was a Jam-O-Matic. And then I wound up using engine oil to lube it for the rest of the day and ran it through the rest of its mags. But yeah, that's a video I'll put up if you guys want to see that. So let me know down in the comments what your hold is, what you prefer, and if you have any video links, put them in there. They go into the spam, but if I like it, I'll approve it. So that's about it. I have some other stuff coming up. I have an old firearm that I'm fixing for a customer, and then I have a Sky that's been sitting in my gun safe for 3 months with a broken fire pin, but I could do a review on the gun minus the broken firing pin, which is a negative right off the bat, but who knows why. And that's about it. So come back for those. Come back in the beginning of the week for the next video. And as always, I'll talk to you later. New phone. Who dis?